Shalom, everybody. This is Olivier Melnick, Executive Director for Shalom and Messiah. You can find us at shalomandmessiah.com and connect with us and follow us on all the social media platforms. Today, I just wanted to say a few words of concern about the situation, the global situation with anti-Semitism. I had a meeting recently online with the Israel tour guide that we used last October for our tour. Great guy, Jewish guy. And he said something, he didn't realize it when he said it, but it was very profound, and I just cannot forget it. He said that as a Jew, he could understand, and he had overcome October 7th, which really was already a miracle when you think about it, because the 1,200 people that were massacred by Hamas was the largest crime against Jews in one day since the Holocaust. So he told me, he said, Olivier, I can overcome October 7th. What I absolutely cannot overcome is October 8th. And friends, what he meant by that is that he understood and he accepted the fact that we Jews have been targeted for millennia. We are the scapegoats of humanity. And that's not going to change until Yeshua returns. We know that. But what he did not expect, what he doesn't understand, what he cannot reconcile, is the idea that on October 8th, when Israel came back and defended itself and went after Hamas terrorists, the whole world, instead of coming to the rescue of Israel, turned its back on Israel. When I said the whole world, we don't want to generalize. There are people that are still friendly to Israel. And I'm talking to some of them right now as you're watching. But the reality is Israel has lost more friends since October 7th than ever before, when you think that they should have gained more friends globally. Even people that would say, I don't agree with Israel, I don't agree with the policies of Israel. And frankly, friends, I don't agree with all the policies of Israel. I don't blindly support Israel no matter what. Nobody should. But Israel should have received some support. Instead, we hear the chanting on the streets, from the river to the sea, Palestine shall be free, or globalize the Intifada. Those are no different than the final solution motto that Hitler used in the 30s and 40s. Those are all euphemisms for kill all Jews. Don't be fooled, friends. This is the agenda right now. It's open season on the Jews. And I believe that there are at least 5 reasons why we are not in the 30s and 40s. Like I've said for quite a few years now that we're going to get there. But we have surpassed the 30s and 40s. Yes, you heard me right. We have surpassed the 30s and 40s. Why am I saying that? Let me look at my list here so I won't forget one. Well, first of all, I think that right now, one of the main issue is that we are going to a gunfight with a knife. What I mean by that is that anti-Semitism is, my definition is, anti-Semitism is the irrational and satanic hatred of Israel and the Jews, characterized by thoughts, words, and deeds against them. Well, the thoughts continue, the words continue, but right now we have moved, as far as anti-Semitism is concerned, we have moved to the deeds. It's clear. People are getting killed. People are getting hurt. Property is being destroyed. We are seeing the death of Jewish people simply because they're Jewish. So anti-Semitism has moved to deeds, actions against the Jews and against Israel. And what we're seeing people making statements publishing resolutions and like the latest statement after the Bondi Beach attack in Australia by Marco Rubio, or Secretary of State. It was a fine statement in a vacuum, but those were just words. Nothing after that. You don't go to a gunfight with a knife, and that's what we're doing right now. We're answering actions, deeds, lethal actions with words. And those words are not even enforced. This has to change. That's number one. Number two is because of the rebirth of Israel in 1948, now the anti-Semites are not just going after Jews, they're going after the land, they're going after the people, they're going after Israel itself. That did not exist in 1948. And so that's another piece of the puzzle. And then the next one is support for Israel by anyone is going to be dangerous. It can, it will be hurtful to those who support Israel. What I'm saying, friends, is that I don't want to tell you you should not support Israel, because you should. But what I'm saying is that basically anti-Semitism can and will affect even Christians who are not Jewish. Somebody who's wearing a T-shirt with a Star of David or I Love Israel or anything that has a Jewish theme, or anybody going to a Jewish gathering, pro-Israel gathering, or waving an Israel flag at their home, on their car, the back of their car, anywhere, is potentially has the danger of becoming a victim. Anti-Semitism is not going to stop just at the Jews. It will now also affect Christian Zionists. And this is not to scare you, friends. This is to give you a reality check. But we can't stop. We have to continue speaking up and exposing the lies. The next thing I think that is very important is also the fact that now, instead of having a Joseph Goebbels, minister of propaganda for the Nazi regime from 1933 to 1945, we now have the advent of digital Joseph Goebbels, digital ministers of propaganda, and the information will go instantly. You know, it's instantaneous and it's global, and we see that kind of information against Israel be propagated by people like Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, and even Megyn Kelly, Steve Bannon. All these people are propagating anti-Israel, anti-Semitic information, and it's just like that. They post it, and it's everywhere. We now have digital Goebbels who can basically do a lot of damage with one tweet, with one post. And it's not going to get any better. And one more thing that really is surprising to me and is also very disturbing is the Jews against Israel. There are groups like Neturei Karta, Jewish Orthodox fringe group that do not believe that Jews should be in Israel until the Messiah comes. And they're a little bit of a weird fringe group. There are some very liberal groups like Code Pink, or I forgot, there's a couple others. But one thing that I just also want to bring to your attention, and there are people that I used to very, very, very much respect until recently, somebody like Steven Spielberg, who didn't want to take a penny from Schindler's List in 1993 and started this foundation. And now it has been found that $650,000 of that foundation's money has been donated to another group that is pro-Hamas, anti-Israel. So now we've got Jews against Jews. This is why I think we are way past the 1930s and 40s. Friends, it's time that you, as a Christian, speak up and also go to your Jewish friends and tell them how much you love them, how much you care for them, and that you'll do anything to make sure they're safe. This is the time we live in. It's not going to get any better, but as Christians, we have a biblical mandate to bless the Jews, to be friendly to Israel, and in the process, of course, never be shy about sharing the gospel of salvation. Thank you for listening. Connect with us at Shalom in Messiah, shalominmessiah.com. And we appreciate you following us on the social media network, connecting with us, and even supporting our ministry. We need your help. We need your prayers. We need your friendship. Let's speak up. Am Israel Chai. Be blessed.